In order for him to achieve his objective, a Pax Judaica, for Israel to rule the world, he has to make Israel very, very big, like the United States. But that's not possible. Israel cannot expand. Israel is surrounded by the Arabs. Forget it. Or the world has to become much smaller. Which one will it be? The answer is the world will have to become much smaller. And that's why we're going to have nuclear war. They want the nuclear war. And they've already prepared for nuclear war with their underground bunkers and so on. So they will survive. In order to have the nuclear war, they got to provoke Russia. So Russia had to become a nuclear power. And that's why they transferred nuclear technology to the Soviet Union. Yes, so that the Soviet Union could become a nuclear power, so that tomorrow there could be nuclear war, so that the world will become small. Are you beginning to understand now what's happening in the world? Yeah. The next event that is about to occur from our eschatology is the Great War. Let me quote the hadith that the Turkish government is not comfortable with. And the Ottoman Empire wished that this hadith could be rubbed up and put away. Nobody read it. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is talking to his companion Mu'az ibn Jabal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And they're sitting next to each other. His hand is on his shoulder, I think. And he said to him about the signs of Akhirul Zaman. The hadith is in the Sunan of Abi Dawood. And he says to him, Umran Bayt al-Maqdis, when Jerusalem is center stage and flourishing, built up. Kharabu Yathrib. At that time, look to Medina and you see Medina in forlorn dissolution. No event in Medina, nothing. It plays absolutely no role whatsoever, even in Arab affairs. Kharabu Yathrib Khurujul Malhama. When that occurs, which is where we are now, then look for the Malhama. The Malhama is a great war. The Malhama is not just a great war. It's a war like no war has ever been. None. First time. What kind of war will it be? Hadith in Sahih Bukhari that 99 out of every 100 of the combatants will die, will be killed. 99% will be killed, and only 1% will survive. I hope NATO is listening. If you're in the US Armed Forces, or if you're in the British Armed Forces, please stop and listen to this lecture, because your chiefs will not tell you this. When you attack Russia, listen, 99 out of every 100 will be killed. This does not happen in conventional warfare. The only way that 99 out of every 1,000 can be killed is if it's a war with weapons of mass destruction. Among the weapons of mass destruction that we know of are nuclear weapons and thermonuclear weapons, but there could be others that we don't know about. That's what is in the hadith. And each one will say, I will be the one who would survive, meaning they're going to enter into this war not knowing that they're going to win or not. There'll be uncertainty when they enter into this war. My opinion, and when I give an opinion, of course, never accept it unless you're convinced that it is correct. My opinion is that the NATO is preparing for war with Russia. And I'm not the only one who holds that view. There are many others. And the war is around the corner. And once that war takes place, it is inevitable that it would eventually become nuclear war. We don't know whether it will start a nuclear war or whether it will be a conventional war which will eventually become nuclear war. We don't know. I'm not a prophet. I don't have an angel speaking to me, no. We know that the war is going to come soon, because the longer they wait to attack Russia, the stronger Russia becomes. And the nice thing, the wonderful thing that makes our hearts so warm is that Russia is not afraid of them. If Russia is standing up against the oppressor, then why can't you see that you should support the one who is standing up against the oppressor? Russia knows that nuclear war will destroy Russia. They know that. But the Orthodox Christian Russian people are not afraid of death. No. No one is saying to Putin, be careful, we don't want nuclear war. No, the Russians are not doing that. If an Orthodox Christian is not afraid of death, why should a Muslim be afraid of death? If an Orthodox Christian is setting the example of courage in standing up to the greatest oppressor that the world has ever known, why can't a Muslim be the same? What's wrong with the world of Islam? Why have we lost our courage? We should not be afraid to die. A Muslim is not afraid to die. And tonight, from Surah Al-Amin, we say to NATO, even if millions of us have to die, we don't mind. We want the oppressor to bite the dust.